Hello my dear learners, welcome to the channel. My name is Namita and today I am starting a new series which will help you improve your spoken English a lot. So this is going to be the very first session of our series, which I would probably name as Learning English Through Stories. Yes, so for many days I was thinking about how can I make this whole English speaking learning process more interactive? How can I help you build up your language skills in a fun way? So I came across this idea that let me tell you a story which you will listen to, and this will help you in your sentence formation. This will help you in your choice of words. This will directly impact your pronunciation because when you're listening, your pronunciation is directly connected to your speech. And then it will also help you build good quality vocabulary. So this is going to be a wonderful session and this is going to be really fruitful for all you English speakers out there, for all you people who are working on their English speaking skills. So let's see how far this goes by, because this completely depends on your reaction. If you like it, then I'll come up with more such videos and I'll get to know about your response. So I will create more videos based on that only. Let's begin this very first session, and this is not just about your English. We would definitely try to learn more of life lessons through these stories. So let's see the first story of this day and listen to it very carefully. Listen to how I choose my words, which kind of words am I using while speaking. Listen to my pronunciation, and I will also tell you about the vocabulary whichever I feel that you might find difficult. So this is going to be a beautiful session. Let's see. Okay, now I will keep my speed a little low as suggested by many of you. Once upon a time, a daughter complained to her father that her life was miserable and that she didn't know how she was going to make it. Now, miserable is an adjective. Miserable means unhappy, or you can say being uncomfortable in a situation. The other words for miserable can be sad, sorrowful, or dejected. Dejected can be a very good substitute or a synonym for miserable. So, she thought that her life was miserable. She was tired of fighting and struggling all the time. It seemed just as one problem was solved, another one soon followed. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen. He filled 3 pots with water and placed each on a high fire. Once the 3 pots began to boil, he placed potatoes in one pot, eggs in second pot, and ground coffee beans in the third pot. I hope this was clear till here. There are no difficult words as such. Let's move forward. Then he let them sit and boil. So when we keep something for some time on the flame, on the gas, on the stove, we call it letting it sit. So he let them sit and boil without saying a word to his daughter. The daughter moaned. Now moaned means, moaned is a verb. It means to actually make a particular sound out of pain. Moaned is the past tense of moan. Moan is a word which is a verb and it is the past tense moaned. Moan means making a low sound, most likely out of pain. Now, or with sadness. The synonyms can be groan. She was groaning. Or wail. Wailing is mostly a loud sound, while moaning is a low sound. So there is a difference between wail and moan, but yes, you can use all 3 of them in one sense: moaning, groaning, or wailing. Now, yes, so the daughter moaned and impatiently waited, wondering what he was doing. After 20 minutes, he turned off the burners. He took the potatoes out of the pot and placed them in a bowl. Now it is not a bowl as many of you pronounce it as a bowl. It's pronounced as bowl. He pulled the boiled eggs out and placed them in a bowl too. He then ladled the coffee out and placed it in a cup. Now, ladled might be something new for you. Ladle, do you know what ladle is? Ladle is a noun and it is a big spoon which is used for either serving or, just moving the contents of a dish. So, ladled means serving with the ladle. It is used for soups or something which is more liquid in nature. So, a stew or a sauce, this is how we use. So, ladled is used for either soups, stew or sauces. Now, ladled is a verb while ladle is a noun because ladle is that spoon. Let me create a sentence for you. She ladled cream on her pudding. So, that is another way of using it. I hope you will be able to use ladled from now on. So, he then ladled the coffee out and placed it in a cup. Turning to her, he asked, "Daughter, what do you see?" "Potatoes, eggs and coffee," she hastily replied. Now, hastily, you already know haste. So, hastily means adverb because she is responding. We are using it to describe the verb in a better way, hastily. Hastily means in a hurry because when he asked her a question, she completely was in a haste. So, she replied quickly. Hastily can be replaced with quickly, rapidly or swiftly. So, hastily means in a hurry. Now, look closer. He said, the dad said, look closer and touch the potatoes. She did and noted that they were soft. He then asked her to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, he asked her to sip the coffee. Its rich aroma brought a smile to her face. Now, aroma is again a noun and you must have heard of aromatherapies. Aroma is quite popular these days. Aroma means a pleasant smell. Aroma is not a negative smell. Mostly it's a natural pleasant smell and it's basically, you can say, a fragrance, a scent or an odor. O-D-O-U-R, odor. So, aroma, the coffee has this wonderful aroma. I am a coffee lover. I am someone who drinks coffee. What are you? Let me know. Are you a coffee lover or are you a tea person? So, the name of coffee has brought such a big smile on my face. So, its rich aroma brought a smile to her face. Father, what does this mean? She asked. He then explained that the potatoes, the eggs and the coffee beans had each faced the same adversity, which is the boiling water. Now, what is the meaning of adversity? Adversity means difficulty. Adversity is a noun. It is a noun and it means difficulties, problems, hardships when we face some troubled times, misfortune you can say. So, this means that someone is facing a lot of difficulties in their life. So, that is the time when we use the word adversity. But yes, you can substitute it with hardships or misfortune. Okay. However, each one reacted differently. So, he is trying to say that all the three things were put into the same temperature, the same boiling water. They faced the same adversity, but each one reacted differently. The potato went in strong, hard and unrelenting, but in boiling water it became soft and weak. Now, unrelenting might be a new word for you. It means continuously strong. When potato went in, it is hard. You know, the raw potato is hard. Yes, this unrelenting is an adjective. So, it means something which is not weak, something which is very strong, unrelenting. Unbending can be a good substitute for it. So, it went unrelenting, but in boiling water, it became soft and weak. The egg was fragile. Now, fragile is an adjective too, and this means something which is easily broken, something which can be damaged easily. When you look at this raw egg, it is very fragile. Even if it touches the slab of the kitchen, it just cracks. So it is very fragile, very delicate, you can say. So which is breakable, which is delicate. It can be a synonym for fragile. So the egg was fragile with the thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was put in the boiling water. Then the inside of egg became hard. However, the ground coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and created something new. Now, exposed, maybe you have heard of this. Exposed is an adjective too, and this means to display or to exhibit something. So they were all displayed, or they were all exposed to the same kind of water temperature. You can use the word reveal also for it. You can use the word display or uncover. Similarly, there was this word unique. Unique, you already know, it's an adjective too. When something is only one of its type. Something is unique means it's one of its type. It can be said as special or distinctive. So these were a few words which we have learned from it. But what about this story? The story is so nice. The father has taught his daughter such a beautiful lesson that we all face the same kind of difficulties in our life. We are all mostly troubled by one or the other thing. All of us are going through something. For none of us life is easy, and in fact no stage of our life is easy. Neither the childhood nor the adolescence, then adulthood is full of hardships. But it is your reaction which matters more than what happens to you. So some of us get angry, we become very hard, we start hating people, we don't want to talk to them, we don't want to meet them, so we start behaving like egg. We were delicate and fragile. Fragile is a very beautiful word. Like, you can use it like I'm in an emotional fragile state, or you can say that you can use it as fragility also, that the fragility of these juice glasses make me nervous about not using them or not taking a sip from them. So fragile is a wonderful word. So all of us somewhere are fragile. As children we are delicate, but when we face the difficulties, some of us become very hard, some of us become soft like potatoes. We cry, we just break down, we don't want to get up, we don't behave strongly. But those who are like coffee beans, who are exposed to the same troubles, same hardships, same misfortunes, but we not only turn ourselves into better beings, we also change the atmosphere around us. So the coffee beans turned the water into such an aromatic drink. They made everything around them smell wonderful. So this is how we need to behave. Like, we should not be hard from inside, we should not be too weak, we should be somewhere so exuberant with our life. The joy within us should turn the circumstances into more joyful scenario. So this is what this whole story is trying to tell us, that it is not the circumstances, it is our reaction which actually brings anything into, which actually leads to a particular result basically. So how did you find this session? From my end, this is something very useful. If you pay attention to it, if you sit here for this 12, 13, 14 minutes, it is going to be very beneficial for all of you. Now you've learned such good vocabulary words, even their synonyms. I'm sure the pronunciation has helped you build your pronunciation skills. You've seen how a sentence is formed in conversations. When we talk to someone, how do we use it? So tell me, let me know in the comment section. First of all, let me know the title of this story. I want to see how many of you have listened to it thoroughly and you can give it a title. What is the name of this story according to you? The second thing which I want you to comment is, do you want me to tell these vocabulary words right when I'm reading the story, or you want me to take the vocabulary words in the end of the story? So this is one thing I was a little confused about. Shall I tell you the meanings of the difficult words while narrating the story, or shall I just take them up later on, not to disturb while reading the story? So let me know, then I'll come up with the second session accordingly. This was all about this story. Don't forget to give me a title and a moral if you can. I found it wonderful. Like, from my end, I think this is the best way to work on your speaking skills in English. And I'll see you in the next session. I am waiting for your comments. Do write in your comments about how you want the next session to be, the moral of the story and the title of the story. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye for now.